And we are live, hopefully. I don't know. Let's check it out. Yes, I am live, but I am not displaying here on YouTube for some reason. Anyways, let's continue. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so I am finally live. Let me just open the live stream on my own computer. What is this? I don't want this. Let me just turn this off. I have a weird ad going back over here in the, behind. There you go. So now I'm just going to mute myself because I want to see your comments over here. That's all there is to it. So I can go back in my game and continue to do something that a lot of you guys are, not only interested, but you are like killing me, do this, do this, do this, do this. So I am going to do it. I'm going to show you how I'm going to monetize my game. But first I also want to implement one feature in my game. But before, you are stuck in making game. No, I'm not stuck. Why should I be stuck? One thing that I want to do is, let me just quickly go over here in my scene. So I'm going to collapse all of this here. Let me just turn off all of these controllers. So I don't want this one. I don't want this one. I don't want the main menu. I don't want basically anything over here. Let me just run the game because I want to implement one feature. I'm also trying to monetize my game for iOS. Yeah, this is going to help you. I'm going to show you how I monetize my game. Okay, sprite slicer. I have an issue. Anyways, this is not important, the errors that I get here, because what I want to do is, for example, I want to take one of these blocks that I have in my prefabs folder that are part of a level. So for example, the red one, I want to take it and I want to rotate it on a touch because that will be a feature in our game. So I'm just going to, test that out. But basically what I can do is I can go here from my sprites folder and find one of these sprites. So not scripts, but sprites folder. Here it is. I will have to just give quickly a color to my sprites folder. And by the way, if you're wondering how am I giving a color to my folder, it's a plugin. I don't know how is it called, but it's just a plugin here on Unity, on the Unity assets. So if you're interested, but I can just find it and I can tell you what it is. Let me just add the background color. So here we have the background. It can be something like purplish. There you go. Apply. So let me quickly go here in the sprites and take just one of these blocks. I don't know, for example, this one. It's not important. Of course, I am going to resize it because this bad boy is, large. So there you go. Anyway, hey man, is it possible to tell what is the D1 retention of your game in the game? Day one? D1, you mean day one? E.g. about games, I'm going to ban you if you continue to spam, so yeah. Anyways, just tell me if you guys can hear me correctly. And by the way, you can see the banner on the left side of the video so you can learn game development. I'm doing a Black Friday promo, so yeah. Hello, I'm a big fan on your tutorial, probably, yeah, big fan. Hussein, for the day, I don't know, I will have to go through the analytics. I will do that later probably. Anyways, let me quickly go over here and search online because that's what I do. I don't want to think by myself. I search online. I want to rotate. What I want to do is when I am in the game, when I press the play button and I'm in the game, I want to take this game object over here, this one, and when I touch it and move my finger, I want to rotate it with the touch. This is what I want to do. I assume for that I will have to have a box collider attached on this bad boy. So box collider 2D and probably a rigid body 2D. But of course, rigid body is going to have physics. I'm going to turn it off by setting it to be kinematic. And let me just quickly test that. So quickly testing it and see if that is going to work. Yeah, there you go, that works. Again, don't mind these errors that I get because I have turned off all of these game objects inside of the level that are part of the gameplay. So what I want to do is, so let me just find it over here for some device input. Okay, so I have one script over here. Let me just try to go in scripts and gameplay, or is it where I'm going to put aspect ratio, controllers, game data, game managers, gameplay. Yeah, it's in the gameplay. So right click over here and script, and I'm going to call it rotate on touch. And every game object that has this script attached on him, he will, well, rotate on touch. I mean, what else he is going to do. Let me just write down this script, and then I am going to get to your question. So I believe over here I am not going to need start. There you go. And what I'm going to do is simply copy this code that I found online, because that's what real programmers do. They copy code they find online, and there you go. Okay, so I will have to also create two variables over here. One's going to be a public float, rotate speed. By default, yeah, it can be 10, and a private float is going to be underscore simply starting position. I'm going to call it. Let me just check over here. Okay, underscore starting position. But where do you... Okay, let me just check it. Let me just check something over here. Yeah, basically without the underscore. Come on, let me go over here. There you go. Where is this turn speed? Okay, rotate speed is going to go over here. Break this over here. From here we can break it. Also over here we can break it. Start position, touch position X. If starting position is greater than touch position X, transform rotate, background, turn speed. Else if start position is greater. It's actually should be rotate speed negative. There you go. And why over here? Yeah, okay, over here I see it's a missing column. There you go. Okay, let's test it out and see if it actually works. 26 people watching, only 9 likes. People watching the video like the stream. Does YouTube money is enough for living you? No, it's enough. Dropping frames? I don't know what's going on the... Let me just check over here quickly my camera. Probably something with the connection. I'm checking, let me just check over here on OBS quickly. Okay, let me just ban quickly the dude AG about games. So you are going to go away now. There you go. You are away. Is there something wrong with my... Frame is fine here. Okay, I believe it's because I'm looking now at my frame rate and the quality. I can put it at like 2K on my YouTube, but it depends on the. It depends probably on the internet connection. So I'm just checking over here quickly. Anyways, let me continue in the meantime. So from here, I am going to attach rotate on touch on my block character, which has this script attached on it. So touch phrase, starting position, transform rotate. Okay, let's check that out if it actually works. And let me go over here for some reason. Let me just put it at, at least HD. Because, come on, I cannot see. I'm trying to see if I can see my own stream over here. And I have issues with that. It's probably because of the internet connection, so... Okay. For me, everything seems fine. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if everything is fine for you too. Okay, now I put it at... Yeah, everything's cool. Anyways, let me try it out now. Okay. Well, it's not actually working. Come on. Did I put the rotate speed, rotate touch? Yeah, touch phase began. Let me just check this quickly. Debug.log. Why are you guys spamming the chat? Like, ask something useful, you know? Let me just put this user in timeout as well. Why don't you just, you know, ask something useful instead of spamming? What's the deal with that? Touch began. Let me quickly see that over here if it works. Because put a background music. No, it deconcentrates me. I cannot work when there is anything, you know. Simply, you know, I cannot focus. It steals my focus away from, you know, what I'm doing. Okay, this is only about touch apparently. I need to do it with mouse button down. Why don't you use black theme? I'm using black theme. Watching your video, start developing games in Unity. I have made quite shitty games, but one big 2D project's coming in a few months. Awesome to hear that. I cannot focus without music, and I cannot. Well, yeah, people are different. How do you plan your game before making prototype? Well, we just sit down, we have an idea, and we, you know, do it. I'm not going to go into details right now about that. I'll probably create a video how we are doing it, so yeah. Okay, so let me just go over here. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm searching for. So use touch inputs, use mouse inputs. This is what I want. Use touch inputs. Where is the use mouse inputs? Okay, there you go. So this is what I was looking for. Okay, so for this, I am going to take it because it doesn't work. Usually I use mouse. So void touch input. There you go. I'm going to put that over here for later, but what I'm going to do right now is this. So take the enum over here, enumerator, to emulate the touch. So I'm going to get that bad boy and put it here at the top. When I create an enum, so enumerator, I like to put it here at the top because, you know, my variables come after that. So yeah, there you go. So from here, I'm also going to create these two variables, actually these three variables. This goes over here, this goes over here. Well, actually, it's going to be called mouse phase, and I'm going to call this bad boy mouse touch phase, like this. And these two vector 3s, so vector 3 last mouse POS, and vector 3 current, so cur mouse POS, and I'm going to remove these two. It was weird writing JavaScript code, so yeah. And from here, I am going to create void, and it's going to be called using mouse inputs. So mouse input, so that we can detect, you know, where it's clicked and so on and so forth. So this I am going to take, there you go. So mouse get button down, then the phases began, get mouse button, phase moved, up, phase ended, otherwise it's idle. Great, 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 great. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say vector 3, but actually I'm going to also create that over here because I don't like creating too many variables in the update function. So vector 3, and this one is going to be called touch position. And I like to put private over here, even though it's not necessary. If you don't denote that it is private, but yeah, I want to. So over here, I'm going to say touch position. touch POS is going to be equal to input dot mouse position. By the way, you see what I did there? I didn't want to use this. I didn't want to say something like this over here. Vector 3 touch position is it, because this is going to be called here in the update function. Now, this is a pro tip, okay? So this is going to be called in the update function. And every single time, vector 3 touch position is going to create a new vector. But using it like this, declaring the vector over here, it's not going to create a new vector. Instead, it's going to reuse the old vector. And why is this important? Well, because if you use vector 3 over here and create a new vector over and over again, it's simply going to add up to your time, because this takes, I believe, 0.02 milliseconds to execute in the update function. That's per frame, so it takes a lot of time. It adds up on mobile, even though you think now you're laughing, oh, 0.02 seconds is not a lot, but on mobile it is. And every frame, that's 60 frames in a second, multiplied with 0.02, you can see it adds up. So over here, last mouse position is equal to the current mouse position, and the current mouse position is equal to the touch position. So touch POS. Okay, so next we are going to get the current state of the touch. So over here I am going to say what is the current state of the touch. So we are going to create a switching case that we are going to use mouse touch phase. And if you remember, the mouse touch phase is used over here. So now we know the phase and what is going on. So we're going to have cases. So we're going to have case over here, mouse phase dot begin, like this, and here I'm going to add break. First I'm going to add all cases. The next case is going to be, so we have the begin, we have the moved, so over here moved. Actually, why didn't it case like this? Okay, so why didn't it? Okay, there you go. So we have the case moved, we have the case ended over here, ended, there you go, and I believe that's all there is to it. So what's gonna happen in the begin? When we begin, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an array, and I'm going to call it Ray, and this is not like Ray, a name Ray, this is not Carl, Kenny, or whatnot. I'm also going to get, you see over here, it's supposed to be camera.main.screen to point screen point to array. There you go, touch POS. But I also don't recommend using this. Instead, what we need to do is go over here and we need to say private camera main cam. And then in the awake, I can do something like main cam is equal to camera.main, like this. And instead of using it over here over and over, we can simply, do something like this, because this is much more effective, especially on mobile game devices. Okay. And also here for this ray, I can do the same thing. So I'm going to call it cam ray. So camera ray, and I'm going to do something like over here, private ray, camera ray, there you go, or cam ray, how I named it. And we are also going to need private raycast hit, like this, and I'm going to call this bad boy raycast or camera, simply hit. There you go. Let me just check over here the chat quickly if, well, not over here, but over here. Pontoon tutorial, search 2D shooter using Pontoon in YouTube by Fast Solution. It's awesome. Privet is Rossi. The real question, will this script be on Git? Probably not. How to play your game, how you market your game. I have not tried. Attach development. Okay. I'm just looking for the questions if you guys have any, but okay, again, Exo Studio is back. Let me just ban you, man. I am going to remove you. Actually, no, removing just removes one message. Okay, report, remove user in timeout. Hi user. Okay, I'm going to hide you on this channel, which means you are never going to be able to, comment anymore. So there we go. Oh, AG game. Okay. you are also going to be hidden on this channel and you're never going to be able to comment anymore. There you go. Do I need to have a Mac in order to upload on iOS? No, there is a plugin on the asset store that is going to allow you to upload to the asset, or basically create a iOS project from Unity on Windows. But it costs money, so yeah. But again, it's cheaper than buying a Mac, so yeah. If physics, so over here, physics.raycast, and I'm going to pass over here the ray, I'm going to pass the hit, and I'm going to say 1000 over here, like this. And cam ray, actually. So if we have the cam ray hit, what is the issue right now? Physics raycast, and this over here. Does this need to go over here? And this goes over here? No. I think it was been on the layer mask. Okay, raycast hit, rotate on touch, hit. And over here, on cam ray, why it takes 2 vector 3s? Let me just see this over here. Raycast, and what does it take a raycast over here? It takes a ray, so cam ray, there you go. Max distance can be 1000. And a layer mask. Okay, this can work like this, but I'd still need the hit collider. Physics, come on, physics dot origin, direction, distance, layer mask, and 15 overloads. But is there an overload that takes hit, right? Raycast hit, so hit. Did I create it over here? Okay, here it is. Okay, it takes a hit, ray, max distance. Let me see the overrides for this. So first one takes a ray. We have a ray flow max ray, raycast hint. Okay, yeah, this is the issue. So I need the ray cam ray, there you go, out, and then I need the hit, and then I need the distance. This is what I need. There you go. But ideally this can be done also with a layer mask. I forgot to put this out hit anyways. So the next step, let me just check over here if hit that collider. Well, over here we need to give it we need to simply know what it is. Let me just quickly go over here back in my Unity editor. I really hate this transition, you know, going from Unity back to the script, taking a little bit of time. I think I'm going to look up for some asset that is going to allow me to. So over here, let me just see the cube, something like this. I'm going to add over here a rotate cube tag, looking for the cube that is allowed to be rotated. So rotate cube, there you go. But I need to go over here, back in the scripts folder and tag manager, and public static string rotate cube is going to be equal to like this, because as you already know, I like to keep everything over here. So now I can say something like if hit dot collider dot compare tag, and over here tag manager dot rotate cube. So if we do have that, then what I can do, touched okay, Okay, let me just quickly check this bad boy over here. So I also need to put here a few more variables quickly. Private, and this one is going to be touched object transform, not rotate cube, but touched object, because I need it over here. Where is it? Okay, over here in the break. So if we have a hit, store it as a touched object, hit that. If we do have a hit, touched objects, you could hit that transform. And if there are any items in the list, so, okay. Over here, one more variable, private list of transforms that I'm going to call over here rotating objects. There we go. Of course, later on, I'm going to clean this code a little bit more just so that I, but this is just to see if this is actually going to work. So after here, after this, if I check, then I'm going to check if the rotating objects.count is greater, not contains, but count. Count if it's greater than 0. There you go. Or over here, I'm going to say bool in list. It's going to be equal to false by default, and for int I, which is not indexer, int I, which is equal to 0. Come on, as long as I is less than rotating objects dot count I plus plus, and from here, if rotating objects and the element that's at the index I is equal to touched object, there you go. Rotating objects dot remove at index I. Okay, there you go. In list is true. And over here we'll go break. If it's not in the list, this is some kind of weird script over here that I'm looking at. When I jump in my player, I will get back just in a second. I will just I will just get back in a second to answer all the questions in regards to the monetization. But I'm just checking here first to see how am I going to rotate in mouse touch direction. Okay, rotate a 2D game object. Okay, this is my mouse battery. I was looking what is over here. That thing is that I need to delete all of this. Stupid. Okay. And what I need to do, I simply need to go in the update, private update. We are going to have a private, it's private vector 3 mouse POS. That's all there is to it. And if input that get mouse button down, so if the mouse button is being dragged. Basically, if it's being pressed and, you know, moved and so on and so forth, I'm going to say mouse position is equal to, and again, I need to get the camera main, so private camera main cam, and in the awake, I need to say over here, main cam is equal to camera that, not current, but main. There we go. And from here, I need to say main cam dot screen to world point, and the world point is going to be input mouse position. There you go. Transform that rotation is going to be equal to quaternion that look rotation vector 3 that forward mouse POS minus the transform that position. There you go. I believe this is going to work. Let me just check this out right now. And while I'm checking, let me just check over here your comments. Man, William, yeah, well, I plan to do that. Plan to make a game for PC as well. But mobile games can be made faster, and you know, so that's why I'm creating. So let me just check this quickly if it works. Okay. It works, but I need to make it work on drag. And why isn't it working on drag? Get mouse button down. Let me just quickly do this over here. I believe I will have to do this as well. Idle, began, stationary mode, and then cancelled. And from here, I'm going to have a private mouse phase. Mouse phase, there you go. And the first thing that I need to do over here in the update is if input get mouse button So if you get mouse button down, okay, not down. This is what I was, okay, this is what I was missing. It's not down, it's actually simply like this, because if you use get mouse button down, then what's going to happen, it's only going to detect when you press the mouse button once. Pookie Ninja is the worst game I played. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. It has to be get mouse button. Yeah. Let's go over here and try. Did he answer my question? My screen froze. No, I didn't. Wait for your turn. Just a second. There you go. Okay, that was simple enough. But it took 20 minutes. And I can, you know. Okay. The only thing I need to do is detect when it is when the game object is actually touched. That's the only thing. I'm going to get to the questions just a second. I just need to see one thing. Need to do one thing over here. Okay, so again, I don't need this over here. No, come on, close, close, close. So I need over here a private, and this is going to be ray and cam ray. I'm going to call it cam ray, and a private raycast hit 2D. And can this be a ray 2D? I believe it can. Yeah. Cam ray, there you go. And this was going to be hit 2D, there you go. And what I'm going to do over here, so when I press down the mouse button, I need to get the touch position of the current mouse. So simply my cam ray is going to be main cam dot screen point array is going to be input dot mouse position. There you go. Actually, okay, I'm going to put it like this. There you go. I call this hit. There you go. And over here, I'm going to test if physics dot raycast. Come on, physics. There you go. Dot raycast. And over here, I'm going to pass the cam ray and the hit, and let's say 1000. There you go. And now what I can do, if the hit dot collider dot compare tag is equal to tag manager dot rotate cube, then I'm going to do this. Otherwise, I am not. So only if we touch the rotate cube, then we are going to rotate. Otherwise, we are not going to rotate. I'm going to do it in a second. Just a second. Be patient, okay? Just be patient. Rotate cube. It is there. So now it should work. Let me just clear everything. Now it's not rotating. It's not rotating when I touch it for some reason as well. I'm gonna try it like this. So I'm going to do it like this. And quickly go over screen to world point. Okay, this is okay. This is okay. Mixed reality videos. You are apparently a hater, dude, and that's okay. I mean, what can I say? I don't know. What do you want me to say? Okay, let's try like this. So I'm going to take this code over here and I'm going to remove this from here. If we get mouse button down, I'm going to say raycast 2D, raycast hit 2D, and I'm going to call this bad boy hit 2D, or simply hit. And from here I'm going to say hit is going to be equal to physics 2D dot raycast, and I am going to raycast the input dot mouse position using the main camera transform that forward. There you go. So over here, if our hit dot collider is not equal to null, and I'm simply going to quickly test that, and I'm going to say debug log touched, just so that I can check if it actually works or not. Mixed reality videos, giving feedback is like, you need to understand, giving feedback is like, okay, you can improve this, you can do that, you can do this, but feedback, oh, it's the worst game I played, that's not feedback. How can I improve the game? What do you don't like? And so on and so forth. That's feedback. So yeah. Weird. I'll have to go through this. So box collider 2D, kinematic. Does it have to be? No, doesn't have to. No, for some reason, no. When I jump on, okay, let me just, it doesn't. When I jump in my platform game and try to stick to the object above, it sticks for a second and falls. I tried messing around with the jump force, but didn't delay anything. Help. Basically, I don't know because I don't know your project. I don't know your code in the project. How do you expect me to help you? I really don't understand. Let me try it like this. So this is apparently not working. Raycast hit 2D, camera main screen, raycast, okay. This is what I need to do. Raycast, main cam, screen to world point, and we are going to say input that mouse position. Direction, vector 2, 0. Let me try to see if this actually works. Okay. If this doesn't work, I think I know what will. Yeah, it works. There you go. It works. So now if it works, what I'm going to say over here, dot compare tag, and over here I am going to say tag manager dot rotate cube, just so that I can test it one more time. Now if this works, we are good to go. It was pretty simple, but it took a lot of time. And then I'm going to explain the monetization and what I do about it and how I do it and so on and so forth, and I'm going to give you a really cool solution how to implement the monetization with the least headaches. Like in this project currently I have three. Yeah, there you go, it works. Okay, it works. Quickly going back over here, taking this code now. And finally thinking that this is going to work. Okay, hide user on this channel. Ban this guy, please. Yeah, I just did that. How to prevent restarting using when loading scene again. With a Boolean variable. Okay, so now nothing. There you go. Okay, there you go. Okay, this is going to be a feature in the game. Voila. Just, okay, this works, but when it goes outside, Okay, then it doesn't work over here. Yeah, I get the point. Yeah, but I'll fix that later on. It's not important. Yeah. Basically over here, if hit equals null, or actually if we have hit. So if hit, so if we do have the hit, then over here, we're going to do all of this. Then there you go. Yeah, I need monetization without headache. Yeah, I'm going to show you, but it's a paid solution, by the way. It's a plugin, but it's, you know, it's on sale right now, and it's a really cool plugin. By the way, it's not my plugin, so I'm not promoting you my plugin. Okay, going back over here. Nothing over here. Now works. Now doesn't work. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Took some thinking, but yeah. So, this is done. I'm going to talk briefly now about my monetization. Save it, please. What am I going to... Why there is no music in your previous game? Because I felt that it doesn't need the music. So anyways, in this project, use multiple ad networks. Yeah. So look over here. There is this plugin called Easy Mobile. So Easy Mobile plugin, and I'm going to find you that plugin just quickly. So Easy Mobile Unity, and just so that I can show you right now. And by the way, I'm not affiliated with this or whatever, so there you go. Okay, so this plugin, which is on sale now, you can see 50% off, is a really cool plugin. Why? Because over here, as you can see, it has multiple purposes. You have advertising, you have in-app purchasing, you have all, you know, a gazillion things packed in a single plugin. As you can see, I have implemented AdMob, I have implemented Chart Boost, and I have implemented Unity ads in this project. And how did I do that? Well, you have guidelines on their website and how to do it. Basically, you just download the plugin, you create, you know, create the game over there on your Google Play Developer Console. Then over here for the placements, you will add your interstitial ad placements, rewarded, and so forth. For the Chart Boost, you will also set your app IDs and so on and so forth. And over here, Unity ads, you will set the IDs, app IDs as well. When that is done, all you have to do is this. All you have to do, you have this ad manager, or actually I have the ad manager script that I have created. This is how you initialize this plugin. You simply go over here, you call runtime manager, is initialized, and you know, there you go. Just called is initialized, and that's it. After that, over here on the plugin itself, you see here Easy Mobile, this is the beauty. You see here this auto ad loading. You can specify the ad checking interval to load. Ad is not loaded for any reason. For example, you know, you are playing your game and you know the ad is not loaded. You need to show your ad in your game and it's not loaded. Well, over here you can specify the interval. I set mine to 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds it is going to load the ad. And how am I showing the ad? Simply over here. As you can see, show interstitial ad. I'm using a random range from 1 to 4. Basically, it's going to be a number between 1 and 3. So it's not going to include 4 in that number. So it's not going to include 4. So if it's 1, I'm going to show ads from AdMob. If it's 2, I'm going to show Unity ads. If it's 3, I'm going to show Chart Boost ads. Simple as that. For the rewarded video as well, if there are, so if the random range, if it's equal to 1, I'm going to show AdMob rewarded ad. If it's Unity ads, I'm going to show, or if it's 2, I'm going to show Unity ads. If it's 3, I'm going to show Chart Boost. And simply after that, it's up to you. Basically, it's, you know, your logic, how you're going to display your game. What I'm doing, display your game, I meant display your ad. What I'm doing over here, I'm going to show you in the gameplay controller. So my gameplay UI controller over here in the win panel, as you can see, when when the user dies, and where is it? So win panel, here it is. So when he dies, he will be, you know, prompted this. He can watch ad to double his, you know, to double the value of the points that he gets. Because over here, he will get a certain amount of points when he clears the level. And if he wants more points, well, then I am going to I'm going to prompt him, or just ask him to watch the ads in order for him to basically double his points. That's one thing. The second thing how we're going to implement this is because in my game you have slices. In the game, let me just over here, so lose panel. Actually no, this can be turned off. I believe everything is over here. This one can be turned off, and loading screen holder as well turned on. Load the game, and I'm going to show you that quickly now. So when I load the game, and let's say I want to play over here, and how many levels did I unlock? What is this? Over here, when I play the level, so notice now, if I, for example, I have 1 slice, 2 slices, 3 slices, and I cleared the level. Let's restart the level, and okay. There you go, 1 slice, 2 slice, 3 slice. As you can see, I have slices at 0 now. So when that happens, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prompt the user, do you want 2 extra slices to try to finish the level, or 3 extra slices to try and finish the level? And if he wants that, then he will be prompted to watch an ad to actually do that. And that's the whole philosophy behind my monetization. And I'm going to add in-app purchasing as well. So I'm not only going to, monetize, okay, we have the menu controller. That's why over here, I need my menu controller. As I said, I'm also going to have over here, you see this? So when you go in the levels, you will notice over here how many levels we have. So you see I have levels over here. This needs to be, let me just see over here. I have the, come on, what is happening over here? Level menu. Okay, collector. Everything should be put. This is the game scene. Did I delete something so now it's not working? Yeah, it's not important. I'll get back to it. Level menu. I'm going to move it over here. Look, if reward ad is not available, then player clicking skip level button. I don't want to skip level without actually ads. How to handle this? As I said, Easy Mobile Ads plugin will do that for you. You see over here the auto loading thing? It's going to auto load every 5 seconds. So, and when the ad is ready, it will be prepared for you. Or actually for your user, so when he clicks on the ad, it will be displayed. That's why I love this plugin so much. It's like very, very easy to use, and it's very, very useful. Yeah, Mr. Rocky, I just answered your question. So I am looking at the comments, but you are not listening to what I'm saying. Main menu control, this should be called. Over here. It's not important, I will check that later on, but what's important over here to show is the following. So going back over here, again, so if he, plays any level, let's say he plays the level 1, and if I go over here, slice, 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 and I lose. I didn't finish the level. So he will be prompted, okay, so you have 0 slices left. Do you want, to watch an ad and get 2 extra slices to try and finish the level? That's all there is to it. I'm also going to add in-app purchasing because when I go back over here in my levels, the levels are going to be locked because not all levels are going to be unlocked at once. So over here you have the levels, and for example the user can choose to unlock, to pay, to unlock a single level, or to, I don't know, he can also choose to skip tests, and that will be, a paid feature inside of the game. So that's how I intend to monetize it. That's how I intend to monetize it. Of course, this is now at the top of my head. Maybe, I will think of something more clever and add it and so on and so forth. Heck yeah, I got Easy Mobile Pro in the Humble Bundle sale a month ago. Exactly. So yeah, hey man, I have a doubt. Can I ask my doubt? Yeah, you can ask your doubt. I'm going to, leave like a few minutes over here for you guys to ask your questions before I leave. If you have something more about monetization, want to know how I monetize my games and so on and so forth, yeah, you can do that. Load game data manager. Okay, everything is fine over here in the game manager, main menu. Let me just check this. Debug.log, main menu called. How you want to make it popular? Promoting it on my YouTube channel, promoting it to, you know, my email list, Facebook group. My friend Ahmed is also going to, you know, he's also going to promote it to his fan base and so on and so forth. That's how we intend to make it popular. At 33. That's why my levels are not initialized. Main menu controller, I have all the level buttons. But apparently the game data is the issue. Let me just check this over here. This should be called over here. Data manager flow add. What about someone that is just starting? Well, you need to start building your audience. I have talked about that. You need to start, you know, create a YouTube channel, create a website, start, you know, build all that. It's a slow process. I mean, slow depending on what you do and how fast you grow, but it's a process of 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. You cannot expect this to happen overnight. Do you think you could put script that handles your ad calls in Git? I'd like to reference it. I will, Unity ads are better when you I will see if I put it on GitHub. I will inform you, but maybe I will share it from my website. I will see that. Marketing on TikTok. Yeah, TikTok is easy. Mobile Pro, you add IApp. Yes, I want to add IApp. What kind of saving are you doing? Player preps, JSON, easy save. Yeah, easy save. Easy save I'm using because it's amazing. It's also I you know, that's why I love these plugins. I don't have to rewrite everything, you know. I don't have to write everything from scratch. Okay, mobile runtime, main menu called. Where are you? How much game revenue do you expect? I don't expect. You know, we use it. You know, depending on, we will try to, you know, monetize that game and of course make it better over time. Because, you know, when you create a game is forever. Your game is going to last forever. You can just improve it. You cannot make your game worse, because when you put your game out there, even if it's bad, you're going to feedback that you get from people. You see? Yeah, but anyways, that's all there is to it in terms of monetization. I don't want to bug you anymore with the bug that I have in my project. I'm going to solve it later, but I'm going to quit the stream because I need to go and eat, you know, because I'm hungry. I'm a human being. But I will take a few more of your questions. When will it be on the market? I'm hoping by the end of this month, but we will see. Which is tough, one software engineer or game programmer? Both, I believe. I don't know. Depends on, you know, what you're I love game development because it's so visual. You know, game development is so visual, and you can, you know, create games all day long with new game ideas and so on and so forth. So yeah, this is a very important question from you, that how can we use IApp in Steam game? You have already made video monetization. I don't know if you can use IApp in Steam game. I don't know if that is even allowed. I never saw a Steam game that uses in-app purchasing. I mean, if that was possible, you know, EA Sports and all those companies would be doing it. So I don't know. Why aren't you using night mode? You mean night mode on Unity? I don't know if Unity, this is the free version of Unity. I don't know if the free version of Unity can actually do that. Can I set editor font, device to use, interaction? I don't know. You see editor team personal. You see I cannot. It's a personal use. I'm thinking to buy the pro version, so yeah. Easy game development, easy compared to other domains in ET. For me it is. I don't know for other people, but for me it is. I mean, coding in general, you need to think, you know, you need to think in code, you need to think how and where and what. So let me just take my live stream over here because there you go. You are epic. Thank you, man. Thank you, guys, for the support. If you like these, yeah, I'm going to upgrade. I almost upgraded yesterday, but for some reason I didn't. But I'm going to get at least the pro version. Anyways, if you guys like and enjoy these live streams, I'm going to do them like a few times a week like this, showing you, you know, what I'm doing, how am I doing it, and so on and so forth. Is C# your favorite language? Yeah, I can say C#, Swift as well is a really cool language. Night mode is from version 2020. Which software is this? Unity, dude. Dude, how are you not using the device simulator? I don't know. Why should I use the device simulator? You mean game dev is easy comparatively? I mean, it's much easier in terms of when I say game development is easier for me. It's much easier for me to create a simple game like this and put it online and still it's a finished product and people will enjoy playing it, and you know, it's a finished product. But what app can you create to be this simple that people will use on their phone? You know? How you got that cutting effect? I mean, Slice. Yeah, I use a plugin from Unity Asset Store. I believe it's called Slice 2D or something like that. Can we use AdMob Unity ads in one game? Yes. Kumar, Shantanu Kumar, don't spam. I will answer your question. Use the device simulator to check your UI on different devices. Caden, is that a plugin or how? Yes, in this project, I talked about that a few moments ago. I have Unity ads, I have AdMob, and I have Chart Boost. In my Poke Ninja game, I have Unity ads, Chart Boost, AdMob, and Tapjoy. Any ideas on multiplayer games? What do you mean? You mean, like, do I have ideas to create multiplayer games or what? Shantanu Kumar, if you ask the question one more time, I'm going to ban you because I already answered your question. Just, pay attention at least, like, what I'm saying. Okay, time for you to go in a little cooler. Come on, for some reason it's not allowing me to ban him. There you go. So now you're banned. If you are deploying to iOS, you will need to use Device Simulator to make sure your UI is parented properly and scales properly with different device aspect ratios. Why didn't you participate in Mix and Jam? Why should I? I prefer... Do you plan to publish it by publishers? Like, no, I'm going to publish by myself. The device simulator is a beta. Okay, I didn't know that. Do you want to make any multiplayer games and release it to market in the future or make tutorials on them? Yeah, probably I am. Yes, I'm planning to do that. Okay, so I'm going to get this stream to the end. So if there are a few more questions, I'm going to answer them before I go. Looking at them. For those of you guys who tuned in late, just go and rewatch the stream to see the... Sorry bro if you're angry with me for my question. No, I'm not angry with you. Why should I be? I know you are a senior game dev. I ask because you gain subs. Come back after Dindin? What is Dindin? Can indie gamers make $1,000 by publishing in Epic Games? I don't know. Never published in Epic Games. Let's deploy this game this week. LOL. I mean, we're creating levels now. Basically, basically the game is playable, but we need levels. So we're putting levels together. That's the only, you know. Oh, after dinner? No, it's breakfast where I am. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate you supporting these streams. Again, just put your comments below if you love and enjoy these streams, because I will do them more often, like a few times a week. Until then, I need to take off. I need to eat.